Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this week, as you can tell, we have a fairly large box. It's probably about as tall as a box that could fit in my little space that I have here. Anything bigger, I would have to start moving things around. So, as you can tell, this is another shipment from Bespoke Post. And I'm excited about this one because it has to do with a Valentine's Day surprise that I am going to prepare for my wife. Now, Valentine's Day is past, but I had to wait for this box to get here before I could do it. So we have celebrated Valentine's Day once, and then we will celebrate it again in a few weeks. So, let's get into it. I'll move this over here a little bit. You can see the edge of the box here. There we go. And we'll do this edge. And then we'll do right down the middle. There we go. Okay. Now this is a food-related item. It was the box that Bespoke Post actually had picked out for me based on my interests. So they did a good job this month. So, and I think you can probably already see a little hint here. Pull that paper out. So as you can see here, the box is called Mangia, and it is a pasta maker, as you can tell by the little spirals of pasta here. Let me see if I can get this out without hitting the camera. Okay. That was the main event. And then we have this book, which we'll get into later. And then we have another box in here. It's a very long one. So those were the main three items. And now we'll look at them individually. Put that one there. That there. And this here. Now, let's see what it says. Homemade pasta is already superb, but it gets even better. Check out the dough mixing suggestions on the other side of this card to whip up something really special. So you can put tomato paste or squid ink or roasted garlic or spinach puree to make different color and flavor pasta. There's a restaurant in our area that does squid ink pasta, and I haven't been there, but some people say it's really good, so I may have to go try that out. Okay, so this was obviously the thing that was taking up so much space, but I want to save it till last. So we're going to move it over here. The first thing I want to look at is this book. It looks very handsome with a dark navy blue and gold emboss. And it is the Frankie's Spunito Kitchen Companion and Cooking Manual. And as you can tell, it's a pretty hefty book. It's not just a little pamphlet or something. So a bright green page and a dog. Okay. Hello, dog. The Frankie's Spunito Kitchen Companion and Cooking Manual. An illustrated guide to simply the finest. To our grandmothers. And here's two guys, Frank and Frank. They look like they could be brothers, but I don't think they are. Okay, so here we have preface and introduction about these recipes and this cooking, equipment and pantry, antipasto, sandwiches and soups, salad, pasta, meats and other main courses, Sunday sauce, desserts, appendices, acknowledgments, index, and the Frankie's crest. So this looks like a really nice basic cookbook / storybook. The recipes contained herein are more or less complete core catalog of the dishes that have been served at the Spunito since it opened in 2004, and at its Manhattan sibling, which opened in 2006. It is a short roster of dishes that Frank and Frank like to think of as their greatest hits. Dishes that everybody likes, unbounded by any stricture, like whether or not they are particularly Italian-American. Caesar salad and creme brulee aren't, but everybody wants to eat them, so what's there to argue about? Okay, so these are recipes of a specific restaurant. Got it. Starting with tomato sauce, equipment and pantry, some basic tools that you would need to outfit any really nice kitchen or restaurant. I think we have a few of these. We don't have a blowtorch. I think we need to get a blowtorch. Pantry, what to keep on hand. Canned tomatoes. Hellmann's mayonnaise. Oils and vinegars. Extra virgin olive oil. Several pages on that. Pasta dried. Seasonings. Antipasto. Cheese, cured meats, olives, vegetables. Bread and oil on the side. It's really nice illustrations. Cured meats. cheeses. Vegetable antipasti. A quick guide to roasting vegetables. That's cool. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, carrots, Jerusalem artichokes, sweet potatoes, toasts for croissanti, ricotta, roasted eggplant, sandwiches and soups. Lentil soup with smoked bacon. Salads. Seems like pretty simple so far. Roasted vegetable salad. Shaved raw Brussels sprouts with castelrosso. Watercress with fresh figs and gorgonzola. Caesar salad. Walnut dressing. Roasted beets and avocado. I do not like beets, so that would be a miss for me. And then we get into pasta. Pastas to make at home. Pastas to buy. Fresh pasta. The fresh stuff at the supermarket is not fresh. The fresh stuff they sell frozen at every Italian shop, even the ones that you love, and at our great places, is not fresh enough either. Fresh pasta that you've made and then frozen, not quite fresh enough. Although frozen homemade, cavallati and gnocchi are pretty damn good. If you're going to make fresh pasta, do it because you love it, and you want to eat it, and you want to serve it, and you want to get into the primitive flour into food on the table type of continuum. So that is what I plan on doing for our Valentine's dinner, is to make fresh pasta and 2 or 3 different sauces to go with it. So I think I'm going to try to do it on the counter, making the well, putting the eggs in, adding the salt, and then slowly mixing it with a fork. I've watched quite a few YouTube videos about that. Here are the franks. I assume these are their relatives. Here is the restaurant. People eating at the restaurant, inside and out. And then pictures of the food. Awesome. That looks delicious. Nice bright green olives. Vegetables. Linguine, spaghetti, tagliatelle. Roasting garlic and olive oil. Probably more like frying garlic and olive oil. So anyway, this is making me really hungry. So then we get into the more hearty dishes and desserts. So I'm really looking forward to going through this more in depth They're saying when they would serve different things. So, that is the first thing that was in the box. And the second thing that is in the box is in this long one here. Let's see if we can just quietly open it up. There we go. And what this is a block of bamboo and a long pole of bamboo with several smaller poles of bamboo. And this is a rack that is made. It's going to stick up past the camera. And so this pole has little holes in it that these slide through, making a sort of tree. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. There we go. So then you would drape your pasta over these branches of the tree to dry it out. And they basically just go in like a spiral. This one's a little tough. And it just keeps going around like that. So, here you can see what it looks like. But it's collapsible, so when you're not using it, you can quickly take it apart and store it. So, very useful, very cool. Good way to keep your pasta nice and dry and keep it from sticking together while you're making more. So we'll put that over there. Now we get to the main course, the main item. It's heavier than I thought it would be, but I guess that's a good thing because you wouldn't want something like this to be too light. Pasta maker, instruction manual. How to clean it. Never wash the machine with water or in the dishwasher. Clean the surface of the machine with a soft, dry cloth and a brush or a wooden rod. Do not insert knives or cloth between the rollers. So, pretty basic instructions. Now let's tilt this so I can just slide it right out. Okay. take off that part. Take off that part. Take out those small parts. Perfect. Okay. You knew we'd get to crinkly plastic bags pretty soon, didn't you? So this part is the part that sends out your pasta dough after you have kneaded it to the proper consistency. You feed it into here and you use this tool you turn like this, and it squeezes the pasta dough based on the setting that you put here in this wheel. I have to figure out how to do that. There we go. So you pull it out. And so I think 1 is the thickest, and you can go all the way down to 7 or 8. And that is dramatically thinner. I think on the videos that I've watched, they've said that 4 or 5 or 6 around in there is probably about as thin as you want to go for traditional type of spaghetti or other types of pasta. And then this part here, once it is thinned out to the proper thickness, we'll cut it into strips. And you have 2 little hooks here. And I assume that this just slides down onto them like that. And then you turn it and crank it, and it will cut the pasta into the strips. And then this just bolts it down to the countertop to make sure that it doesn't fly all over the place as you are turning the crank. So you put this in here. And then turn it like that. I don't know if you can see it going around and around. So, I am looking forward to working with this and learning how to make pasta by hand, and then making a delicious Valentine's Day, late Valentine's Day dinner for my wife. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am really excited about getting into this. I like that it's giving me new opportunities to learn new things. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Once I get this down and understand it and am really good at making pasta, I'll probably make a video where I make pasta from scratch and show you how it's done. I think that would make a really good ASMR video with the flour and the eggs and the kneading and the shaping and all of that. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.